Christina Harvey. I'm the executive director of Stand Up America, but I'm the former senior advisor to the New York Attorney General. And I'm here today on behalf of our nearly 2 million members across the country who are fighting every day to protect and strengthen our democracy. This afternoon, Trump will be arraigned for the third time. This time for his attempts to overturn the 2020 election to cling to power, even after he knew that he had lost. Trump and his MAGA cronies are trying repeatedly to lie about Trump's crimes. And many pundits are focused on the political theater of this moment, on who's up and who's down on any particular day. So it's important for us to take a moment to step back and think about what's fundamentally at stake with this indictment, what this indictment is actually about. It's about whether or not we as Americans, when we cast our ballot, can actually be confident that our vote will be counted, no matter what political party we belong to and no matter who we voted for. It's about whether or not a president and his allies can throw out the votes of voters they don't like in order to stay in power. It's about whether or not we are a democracy or an authoritarian regime where elections are just for show and the same people seem to stay in power no matter the will of the voters. The answer should be clear that we, the American people, choose our leaders, not the other way around. That we decide whether or not our leaders stay or go, because this is a democracy. And that's something that most of our elected leaders have seemed to understand until recently. Over the last week, we have seen many Republicans rush to defend Trump, including many Republican presidential candidates who have said that if they become president, they will interfere with the Department of Justice and in processes like these. Accountability for Trump and his co-conspirators is crucial if we want to stop the next Trump or Trump from undermining the will of voters again. Now that Trump has been indicted for his crimes against our democracy, finally, we must let the Department of Justice and the courts do their job without interference from anyone. We can't let anyone interfere, and we can't let Trump and his cronies rewrite history. I have read all 45 pages of the DOJ's indictment, and I can tell you that the truth is simple. Trump deliberately lied about voter fraud. He used those lies to push state elected officials to overturn the will of voters and to create fake slates of electors. Then he pressured Mike Pence to throw out our real votes and accept those fake electors instead. And when all of his plots failed, when every plot failed, he instigated a violent insurrection as a last-ditch attempt to overturn the will of the American people. Now I'm going to finish by quoting Mitch McConnell, somebody who I do not often quote. But Mitch McConnell said in 2021, "This was an intensifying crescendo of conspiracy theories, orchestrated by an outgoing president who seemed determined to either overturn the voters' decision or else torch our institutions on the way out." Now, even less frequently than I quote Mitch McConnell do I agree with Mitch McConnell, but that was well put. Stand Up America and our members will continue lifting this truth. We will continue standing up against the lies that are being told about Trump's crimes right now. And we will continue to make sure our elected officials stand up for our democracy instead of sabotaging it. Thank you. And thank you all for coming out today.